The reading today is taken from Mark chapter 4, starting at verse 26. He also said, "This is what the kingdom of God is like. A man scatters seed on the ground. Night and day, whether he sleeps or gets up, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know how. All by itself, the soil produces corn. First the stalk, then the ear, then the full grain in the ear. As soon as the grain is ripe, he puts the sickle to it, because the harvest has come." Again he said, "What shall we say the kingdom of God is like? Or what parable shall we use to describe it? It is like a mustard seed, which is the smallest seed you plant in the ground. Yet when planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all garden plants, with such big branches that the birds of the air can perch in its shade." With many similar parables, Jesus spoke the word to them as much as they could understand. He did not say anything to them without using a parable, but when he was alone with his own disciples, he explained everything. This is the word of the Lord.
The Bible's a tricky thing, isn't it? When talking to my students in school, they often say to me, "Why is the Bible such a difficult book to read? Why can't you just pick it up, read it, and then it's all there for you? Why have you got to think about it?" And I love that, because if students have to think, it means they've actually got to try and understand something. And I think it's really important to try and really think about what the Bible's telling us. If it was all there, it would be easy, wouldn't it? And we would just take it for granted almost. But if we've actually got to think about it carefully, we get a more deeper understanding of what Jesus is trying to say to us. So what exactly is Jesus trying to say in this parable? I've decided to focus in on the mustard seed parable, because I think it's got real parallels with the baptism that we had today. So we can see there the mustard seeds in the hand. Very, very small grains. Really, really tiny. Really, really tiny. Not as tiny as the adorable twins down here, but almost, well, even more tiny actually, but really, really tiny. So why did Jesus use some really insignificant seeds? I think it's probably because they were really insignificant. But yet, at the end of the parable, he said that they grew into a tree that even birds found shelter in. So, what does a seed need for it to grow? Okay, class, what does a seed need for it to grow? I need hands up. Yes. Light, thank you very much. It needs light. Anything else? Yes, Bethan. Oh, I've got my roving reporter.
Water.
Water, thank you very much, water. Anyone else? Warner has the microphone. We've had water and lights, there must be more.
Soil.
Soil, excellent. Any more? We've got a few down here, Warner. Oh my word.
It needs warmth.
Warmth, thank you very much. Oh, we've got a few more. We've got one over there. Was yours taken? It's the same one. Isn't that always the way?
It needs bees to pollinate.
Bees to pollinate.
Remember, I'm having a midlife crisis because I've got interested in bees recently. I must talk to you later, Ian, actually.
Excellent. Well, so we've got quite a selection there, haven't we? And it is true. Now, I didn't have the bees one, I have to say. But so I did come up with soil, water, sun, and care. I think care is also needed. And just like the baptism today, where the parents and godparents were asked to make promises to bring up their children in faith, it's all about that care, isn't it? Trying to put a care into our faith. Maybe to make a commitment to read the Bible regularly, to bring up our children, seeing as that's Father's Day, to bring up our children the right way. I'm sure my daughter's smiling away. They will say that I try to bring them up correctly. Yes, I do, don't I? We didn't rehearse that bit. So, what does this growth in faith look like? Well, I think, and just checking my notes again, let's see. Ah, yes, now I need some children to help me. So are there any children that are willing to come down to the front and just help me? Thank you, Bethan, if you would like to come down. I need quite a few. Lovely. Oh, brilliant. Right. Lovely. Super duper. Right, can you just go just on that step there? Right, guys, you just need to come over there for a minute. Can you crouch down, do you think? Yeah, brilliant. Crouch down like that. Super, brilliant. Stay there. Super. This young man here, what's your name?
Georgie.
Yeah? He's going to be my seed. Okay, you're my seed. Okay, now do you know how a seed grows? You're going to do a bit of drama. So we're going to go like this. Okay, in a minute, okay? I need to put some water on you first, though. Right. Where's his parents? Okay. Okay, yeah? No, I'm only kidding. Right. Okay, now I need, right. You're going to be my watering can organiser. Okay, so you're going to pretend to water him. Okay, and I need a sunshine. Let's have Bethan for sunshine, because she's my little ray of sunshine sometimes. Okay, and we need some gardeners for a bit of care and attention. Right, okay, so this little seed here is going to represent our mustard seed and also our faith in God. So, first of all, we need a little bit of water. Away you go. Watering. There you go. Now, the seed is going to get a little bit bigger. Little bit bigger. And a bit more. And a bit more. That's it. Right. Now, we need a bit of sunshine. So it's going to come out of the clouds in a minute. Hey, excellent. There we go. Right. And our seed's going to get a bit bigger now. We're going to have a little bit of care and attention. Okay, right, and the gardeners are going to do what gardeners do best. Weeding, I guess, and things like that. So you're going to do a bit of weeding. Okay, now I really do seriously need some more children up now. Because this seed, as you can see, is now fairly large. However, it has nothing on its branches. It needs more leaves to grow into a massive tree. So, where are all my volunteers? Dearie me, my class is very quiet today. Right. Okay. If I don't get any more volunteers, my lovely assistants here will grab adults. So, I'll count down from 5, 4, 3. Adults begin to look worried. 2. Right, that's it. Go and get some adults. Excellent. Right. We need some more. Go and get some more. Go and get some more. Go and get some more. Lovely. Right, okay, so, Warner, could you just come along here, please? Thank you. Right, these are going to be our branches. So you need to spread out, please. So, Warner, you're just there. Heidi, you're just there. Brilliant. Could you put your hands like that on your arms? Thank you. Super. I'm not going to be asked to do this again. Right, you're going to be trees, lady. You're going to be a massive tree. That's it. So we need a tree up here. We need some people at the back, please. Okay. Right, lovely. Do you want to go down at the bottom here, you two? Just as a little bit of a tree. Or would you like to join in as well? No, you're just looking. Excellent. Right. Now, one more volunteer. Who would like to be the bird that's going to be over here? Anyone? No? Never mind. I'm only kidding. No. Right, now, let's have a look back at this. Excellent. So as you can see, from our small seed here, our care, our soil, our water, our gardeners, our soil, our water has made this massive tree. And what a fine looking tree it is too, I have to say. And that's a bit like our faith. If we look after it, if we care for it, it grows throughout our lives. Now I think before I move on, you're just going to have a lovely photo taken. And then I think they need a round of applause, don't you? Thank you, guys. Yes, you're dismissed.
I don't mind being a bird in a cage.
Merits will be given out at the end of the class, okay? Right. And that's the kind of look I was looking for. And as you can see, our tree and that tree was pretty similar, wasn't it? Same sort of shape. It looked good. Now, as it was Father's Day, I thought I would end this session with just looking at a person I really think is amazing, Bear Grylls. And I've just finished his autobiography, and it's amazing. And so not only is it amazing because he's an amazing guy, what he's done, etc., but it's amazing in terms of the faith that he has and the things he talks about in terms of how his faith has helped him throughout his life. So we're going to watch a short clip in a minute, which is where Bear Grylls explains his faith. But I just wanted to share with you a couple of things that I picked up from his autobiography. And he talks about his faith about being his backbone. And it allows him to climb the highest mountains in the world with the person that made it. And again, that really makes you feel quite small, doesn't it? Like that mustard seed. That if he's climbing the biggest mountain in the world, someone else has made that, which is quite powerful stuff. So, Bear Grylls on the screen now, please, Julian, hopefully.
What is your, I mean, obviously you're an ambassador for Alpha, and how does your faith in God really relate to what you do, and how does that help you in those,
Faith's hard to talk about, and I know we're kind of in a church place and it should be easier, but it's intimate and it's kind of should be personal like that. But for me, my Christian faith's been a real quiet strength, I think, and like a backbone that's run through a lot of the stuff I do. And it's easy to be cynical and when everything's going well, but I don't meet many atheists in the death zone on Everest, and I've learned through so much of my experiences with the military or high mountains, I've learned that it takes a proud man to say he never needs anything. And for me, it's very unreligious and it's not heavy, and it's like finding home is how I feel about it. And it's been a great thing in our family and a good kind of knitter or glue. And, my kids pray for me before I go away, and that, I tell you what, that melts me, It's like my 7-year-old goes, "Bless Papa." And that's it, but, wow. Yeah.
I'll put that clip in because I think Father's Day, some of the interesting things he said there was it takes a real man to say he needs help. And I think that's important. And also, he talks about faith knitting the family together. And obviously we've come here for a baptism, and that faith will hopefully knit your lives together and your young children's lives together. So just to reflect, as all good lessons should have an end to it, a plenary, let's just take a little bit of time, just a little bit of silence, just to reflect on what the Bible is saying to you here. I tell you the truth. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So with faith, nothing is impossible. Thank you. Orna.